Namaste and welcome to this course on an introduction to basic spoken Sanskrit. I invite you to join me on a journey to discover the wonder that is Sanskrit. Now one can ask oneself, why study Sanskrit in an age where hardly anybody really speaks the language? What would be the benefits of investing one's time in studying this language? If you look at it, there can be two kinds of broad categories of benefits that one can experience when learning any language. One is on a professional front and the second on a personal front. What would be the benefits of studying Sanskrit on a professional front? Now, Sanskrit is the mother of a lot of languages, Indian as well as foreign languages. If one has a strong basis of Sanskrit, it can help us easily acquire different languages from an Indian background as well as in foreign countries. Now, how can that happen? Most of foreign words trace their origins to Sanskrit roots. And if one knows the language well and understands how language evolves and builds, it can help us recognize these words in different languages, which makes us have a rich vocabulary even without our knowing it. Secondly, a language can also help structure our thinking. The structuring of Sanskrit brings about a very precise order within our minds. So the knowledge of Sanskrit grammar in particular can help us easily acquire the knowledge of grammar of other languages. Third, because of the precise nature of Sanskrit sounds and the awareness of the mechanism of sound production, a knowledge of Sanskrit, especially the spoken aspect, fine-tunes our hearing and speech mechanism. Therefore, when one hears the sounds of a foreign language, it becomes easier for the system to reproduce those sounds. Now, on a personal front, I'd like to share a small story with you. Once when I was studying Sanskrit and I was in different camps that lasted almost a whole month, I ended up having a full month of immersion in spoken Sanskrit. After that, when I went to another camp where I had to speak in English, I suddenly found that the sounds of English language were coming out from the tip of my tongue. It's not to comment on the beauty or the richness of that language, but there was a certain impact of that language on our body. And what I knew from first-hand experience, that Sanskrit has the power to touch your entire being and help you discover secret dimensions of the relationship of sound, breath, body, etc. So I invite you to come and learn this language, and as you learn this language, you will discover that it is a wonderful blend of mathematics and poetry. It has the power to create in us the awareness of the minutest dots, the importance of those dots, and take us at the same time on a journey to discover the vastest spans of time and space. Swami Vivekananda says, that the very sounds of Sanskrit words gives a prestige and a power and a strength to the race. Sanskrit and prestige go together in India. Once you have that, none dare say anything against you. Take that up.